Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked her. So listen, man. I've been around before while they got into it. I've been around before while they got into it. And like I said before, I don't get into family issues. I stay the way.
And y'all better keep my sister's name out your mouth. Thank you.
I told him I had my eye on him. I said, you fuck with her, I'm killing you. As you should.
A leaked video, a chipped tooth, a broken family, and a rumor that could ruin careers. What started as whispers online has exploded into one of the most volatile celebrity dramas of the year, dragging Halle Bailey, Chloe Bailey, and DDG into a storm of legal filings, leaked footage, and internet sleuthing. And right in the middle of it, a baby, a restraining order, and claims of abuse that have left fans, brands, and the media scrambling to figure out what's real. Is this the fall of DDG, or the most calculated takedown we've seen in years? Because as new footage keeps surfacing and accusations flip back and forth, this story isn't just about a breakup. It's about image, influence, and power. And what's coming next could change everything. But what started as a private breakup just got dragged into the courtroom. And the internet can't agree on what's real. It all started with a video. One clip, allegedly leaked by Chloe Bailey, shows what looked like a physical altercation between her sister Halle and DDG inside a car. According to reports, Halle was buckling their baby Halo into a car seat when DDG allegedly lost control. She claims he slammed her head into the steering wheel, yanked her by the hair, and even chipped her tooth in the process. The details were brutal. And Halle didn't just speak out. She filed for a restraining order and backed her claims with what she said was photographic evidence. At first, the internet reacted with shock. The idea that DDG, who just seemed to be leveling up in his career, could be involved in something like this felt surreal. But as people started digging into the footage and photos, the story took a sharp turn. Because the moment the chipped tooth photo surfaced, everything started to fall apart. But within hours, the internet spotted something that flipped the entire story upside down. The photo that was supposed to prove DDG's guilt suddenly became the center of doubt. Fans with sharp eyes and even sharper memories pointed out something odd. The chipped tooth in the image looked eerily familiar, but not because of Halle. According to viral speculation, the photo might actually show Chloe, not Halle, which would mean the evidence tied to the alleged assault was either misrepresented or mistakenly submitted. People began pulling up old videos and selfies of Chloe, zooming in on similar dental features and overlaying comparisons. The resemblance was enough to ignite a full-blown conspiracy theory. Was this a case of mistaken identity or a deliberate attempt to frame DDG? As wild as it sounds, the internet's ability to dissect every pixel of a photo can't be underestimated. And once doubt starts to spread, it doesn't go away quietly. The conversation shifted from, did DDG hurt Halle, to, is any of this real? And things only got messier when DDG found out from TMZ. That's right. Before any official court documents reached him, DDG allegedly learned about the restraining order through a TMZ article. Imagine finding out you've been accused of domestic violence not from your lawyer, but from a headline. His brother, Dub, didn't hold back. He jumped on social media, furious and confused, demanding answers.
I can say anything. How the fuck do you walk into a courtroom, get a restraining order, and then TMZ find out before my brother find out? That's not fucking normal, y'all. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. That's not normal. How do you go into a courtroom, request a thing, and then
The timing was brutal. DDG had just launched a new album, his YouTube was gaining traction again, and brand partnerships were finally starting to stack up. To his fans, this wasn't a coincidence. It was a setup. Influencers like Aiden Ross and Deshae Frost came out defending him, saying he was being targeted now that his momentum was back. And just like that, the court of public opinion split in half.
Using the kid to boss you around, to keep tabs on you. And then that might cause you to be so stressed out, like, damn, bitch, she like, nope, this, that,
Do it really matter? Do it really matter?
Nah, females are, they petty, bro.
Yeah, I know that all girls is
they all like that. It's not just one or two, all of them are petty. Yeah. So the second y'all get into y'all little situation, y'all little Twitter beef,
yeah, I don't do that
And
no
the,
more.
yeah, then the kid, it's like, oh shit.
So, I just don't.
Part of life.
I can't handle baby mama, bro.
Yeah.
She had baby by me.
I'm
Better
doing my
plan on
best.
being me
I'm
first.
doing my best to do that, man.
Yeah, but like,
You know, I only got one and I'm still rocking with her, so.
you don't think you're
Notice that they got DDG when he was at his highest. My nigga just dropped an album, did all type of collab. Y'all waited for him to drop an album? They waited for my nigga to be at the top of his career right now. All type of collabs, everything going. And then y'all hit him with he's beating up Haley now? My nigga, that's tough. I don't believe it. I don't. The Diddy used to tell me, nigga, she used to smack the shit out of him on the bed. He chilling, she smacking the shit out of him. Real shit. Pow, he sitting in his bed. Pow! Like, real shit.
Was this justice? Or sabotage? And then, just when it seemed like things couldn't get more complicated, Halle made a legal move that raised more than a few eyebrows. Out of nowhere, Halle filed for full custody of their child, Halo, and included plans to relocate to Italy. The timing? Suspicious, to say the least. This legal move dropped just as the leaked video started circulating, leading many to believe the release wasn't just emotional, it was strategic. That's when the spotlight turned to Chloe Bailey. On the surface, it looked like a sister stepping in to protect her own. But now, some are suggesting it was a calculated play to give Halle an edge in court. And it didn't help when footage appeared showing Halle and DDG wrestling in the car. Possibly the same clip Chloe allegedly leaked. If Chloe had this on her camera roll, what else did she have? And more importantly, why leak this moment and not the stronger evidence allegedly submitted to the court? The timing, the custody battle, the sudden move overseas, it all had people asking, was this about safety or control? But if DDG was the aggressor, why can't anyone prove he was even there? One of the most serious claims came when Halle accused DDG of breaking into her house, taking a photo of her bed, and texting her a cryptic message. "Now I know what you've been on." The implication was chilling. DDG allegedly trespassing, spying, and sending veiled threats. But internet detectives weren't buying it. They pulled up receipts, literally, by matching the date and time of the alleged break-in with DDG's livestream activity. And the evidence was damning, but not in the way Halle's team had hoped. According to multiple fans and stream archives, DDG was live on camera the entire time he was supposedly creeping around Halle's house. The timestamps lined up, and the narrative started to unravel. And then there was the missing Ring camera footage. Halle reportedly submitted it to the court, but the public never saw it. That raised a major question. If Chloe was willing to leak a video that looked damaging, why not also leak the Ring footage that supposedly shows the full truth? Either it didn't exist, it wasn't that convincing, or it's being saved for something bigger. Whatever the reason, the silence around it only fueled more suspicion. But that doesn't mean DDG is innocent either, because despite all the contradictions in Halle's timeline, DDG's past isn't exactly clean. A resurfaced clip shows him on livestream casually admitting to smashing up property during a previous breakup, either a phone or a TV, depending on who you ask.
I know you broke up with an ex and she went crazy, or did something to you, you did something to her, vandalized something.
Yeah, vandalism.
What you vandalized? Her or you?
I vandalized a few things before. You know, might have broke a phone or something. Broke a little TV or something like that.
It's not hard proof of violence, but it paints a picture of someone who doesn't always keep their cool. In a case built on credibility and patterns of behavior, that kind of footage can carry real weight. It suggests volatility, emotional outbursts, and a tendency to let things spiral. And that's exactly what critics are now pointing to, saying even if this specific accusation falls apart, the overall behavior still raises red flags. Meanwhile, fans who were once split are now just confused. One side claims DDG's being smeared. The other says this is just who he's always been.
Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked her. So listen, man. I've been around before. while they got into it. I've been around before why they got into it. And like I said before, I don't get into family issues. I stayed the away. I done seen them get into it before. Let me put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. As a man, have you ever been in a situation where a woman is just whooping the man? Matter of fact, fuck that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Halle was beating the out of this nigga. I'm talking about swinging on this. I'm talking about piecing this up. Ha, 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 ha. You feel me? So, are you just you just gonna sit there and just hands behind your back? No.
And while everyone's busy guessing, DDG himself hasn't said a word. But that silence, it might not be voluntary. And while the internet takes sides, one person's silence is starting to speak volumes. For someone who built his brand on being loud, visible, and unfiltered, DDG going radio silent was unusual. He hasn't posted rants, tweets, or cryptic song lyrics. Nothing. And that's likely not just a PR move. It's probably court-ordered. Rumors of a gag order started circulating, with sources saying DDG is legally blocked from discussing Halle or their child in public. But while he's keeping quiet, his family is not. His mother, who had stayed out of the spotlight until now, suddenly stepped in with a cryptic Instagram story. She said she's been silent for too long, and hinted that she might be holding on to evidence that could clear her son. The post sent fans into a frenzy. Was she bluffing? Was there real proof sitting on her phone that could dismantle Halle's claims? Or was this just more smoke in a story already full of mirrors? The silence, the cryptic threats, the carefully worded court documents, it all felt like the buildup to something bigger. But this isn't just about DDG, Halle, or Chloe anymore. Because when you zoom out, the story starts to look like part of a much larger pattern, one that's already played out in the careers of other black male artists at the peak of their fame. The video draws connections to Roc Nation and Parkwood Entertainment, the powerhouse labels behind Megan Thee Stallion, Chloe, and Halle. And suddenly, DDG's situation doesn't seem so isolated. People are comparing it to Tory Lanez, whose career crumbled after his legal battle with Megan, and to Chris Brown, who's still dealing with the fallout from a scandal that happened over a decade ago. The pattern is hard to ignore. Artists hitting their commercial stride, only to be hit with life-altering accusations. The theory? That this isn't just personal. It's political. That behind every headline and restraining order is a machine working to protect an image, or destroy one. Implication is clear, DDG might not just be fighting Halle in court. He could be fighting an industry that's already decided what his downfall should look like. And in that kind of war, even innocence might not be enough. Whatever's happening here, it's bigger than just one couple. And it's starting to feel like DDG never stood a chance. No criminal charges have been confirmed, no final court ruling has been made, but careers? They're already on the line. Brand partnerships are pausing, YouTube comments are turning hostile, and both Halle and DDG are watching their public images shift in real time. It's no longer about who's right or wrong. It's about who owns the narrative. And right now, that narrative is changing by the hour. Fans are investigating, influencers are debating, and even family members are dropping hints like they're part of a Netflix series. One moment, DDG looks like the villain. Next, he's the victim of a media hit job. Meanwhile, Halle is either a woman protecting her child or part of a coordinated legal power move. There's no clean ending here, just questions wrapped in strategy, emotion, and silence. When fame, family, and fear collide, the truth isn't just complicated, it might be weaponized. So, whose side are you on? And do we even have enough truth to decide? These stories go deeper than the headlines, and we break down every angle. Hit subscribe if you want the real story before the media decides it for you.